Hey, my babies. Hey, my loves. It's your girl, Miss Smitty XX here. You guys come on in the room. Come in the room, my babies. We got a good show planned for today, okay? Come on in the room. I said, come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he write down all of my scriptures, and he gives me all of my medicine in my room. Whoa, come on in the room. I said, come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes down all of my scriptures, and he gives me all of my medicine in my room. Hey, Claire Bell. Whoa, come on in the room. I said, come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor, and he writes down all of my scriptures, and he gives me all of my medicine in my room. Hey, my loves. Hey, my babies. Hey, my heart. Hey, my nieces. Hey, my nephews. Hey, my daughters. Hey, my nephews. Hey, my them babies. Hey, my whatever and however you identify as. Hello, my babies. Okay. I hope hope everybody had a wonderful day. Ooh, sirens going off somewhere. Hold on. Hold on, my baby. Sirens going off. Okay, they've gone over. Okay, hopefully everything's all right. Hey, purple frogs. Let me give a shout out to the people in the room right quick. I want to give a shout out. Shout out to Natalie and Claire for being in the room. So I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope everything's going all right. I hope you're progressing and doing better. I hope you're doing things that help to make you feel better. Okay, so as you see, today's topic: Black trans women are doing great things and changing the world. If we go back to when COVID was at the height of what it was doing, and we had all the protests, the George Floyds, the Rayshard Brooks, the Breonna Taylors, we noticed that there were a lot of gay men, but especially also there were a lot of black trans women who were on the front lines fighting for Black Lives Matter. And that has always been a staple of especially black trans women to be on those front lines and to fight and to change the world. Hey, my baby, how you doing? And we have to understand that as black trans women, yes, we are fighting to change the world. Yes, we're on the front lines. But you have to realize that black trans women go through a lot to be able to get on the front line. You have to realize that they're dealing with, first of all, racial discrimination. From people who are racist and don't like blacks or Black Lives Matter, anything of that nature. Then they deal with the fact that they deal with transphobia, because of the fact that people are just transphobic because of the fact they're trans. Then you have these people who are uneducated and don't even look at a black trans woman as a trans woman and look at her just as being gay. So then she's dealing with some homophobia. Then if you're in my case where you're brown skin, dark skin, then within your community you're dealing with colorism. So black trans women are on the front line dealing sometimes with racism, transphobia, homophobia, and colorism. And the fact that black trans women are still on the front lines fighting for Black Lives Matter, fighting for trans rights, fighting to make sure that trans youth are able to be able to participate in the sports they're in, making sure that trans women and trans men are able to go to the correct restroom in which they identify as. And we've been fighting for rights such as reversing Trump's military ban, where he wanted to ban trans people from serving our country, which was to me was just so that was so hateful and mean and malice. Because how can you tell somebody just because they're trans male or trans man, trans male, male or trans woman, female, a trans woman or trans male, that they can't serve their country? Serving I say this all the time. I commend our Army, National Guard, Coast Guard, Navy, all that, because they are fighting to protect our country. So how can you tell somebody that because they identify as trans or something like that they can't, that they're not allowed to serve our country? That's just something that is something that is just hateful, and it is mean, and that is malice. And so we know that as Black trans women, we go through a lot trying to, we go through discrimination, not only from, other sides, but we go through, the hate and discrimination, excuse me, within our own community, because, the Black community is so, there's so much transphobia within the Black community, So we're not only fighting against people of other races, we're fighting against, our own race trying to hold us down. We're also fighting within the community because Black trans women have so much hate coming from, certain gays. And then we also have to realize that my LGBTQ people, especially my Caucasian LGBTQ people, you have to realize that you have a privilege. And if you really want to use your privilege, especially in the community, use your privilege to help Black trans women and hopefully to be able to protect Black trans women, because we've had so many murders and killings and stabbings and robberies of Black trans women within the last couple of years that it makes no sense. And we have to make sure that it stops, okay? My university is slowly introducing gender neutral bathrooms. It's a slow process, but it's bad. But yes, I agree so much with that. I was working at a place. This is for COVID, because I had lost my job because COVID-19. And one of the things they had was they only had a male and female restroom. However, what they did was they had a male, female restroom, and then they had a gender neutral restroom. So I felt so comfortable because I was able to go in the restroom and and it just makes you feel so free in order to be who you are. So yes, that is a wonderful thing, Claire. Thank you for responding to that. Hey, baby Tad, Ava Grace 125. How can someone help trans Black women? Okay, so there are a lot of ways you can help Black trans women. There are certain resources you can use. Donate to certain resources. If you donate to certain resources, I tell you about all the time, make sure you research those resources and make sure you know that where the fund is going. Also, there are a lot of trans women who you see on the streets. If you see one on the streets, you might ask them, "Hey, are you hungry?" Giving the trans woman a meal can be a way to help. If you talk to them and they're really serious about getting themselves together, and you say, "Well, do you have a job?" And they, "No, I'm being discriminated against finding a job." If you know somebody where you can get a Black trans woman in a job or something, that is another way to help. Also, helping to secure housing. A lot of trans women do sex work and are on the street doing sex work a lot of times because of the fact that's the only means and options to where they're not discriminated against, or something that can be easy money in order for them to survive. Because we look down and say, "Oh, Black trans women are prostitutes," but are you looking at what they have to go through? The discrimination, the homophobia, sometimes transphobia, the racism, and then also you have to realize sometimes even colorism. Because all Black trans women go through a lot, but it is harder. I'm not gonna say light skinned trans women have it easy, because all trans women go through something. All trans women go through something. So I'm not gonna diminish anybody's struggle, because all trans women period go through. But brown skin and darker skin trans women tend to go through more of a struggle. Okay. So helping to make sure, if you see that there's a situation in the streets where a Black trans woman is in danger, maybe, making sure you're protecting. There are so many ways we can help Black trans women. If they are under 21 and very, very young, there are a lot of LGBT programs that help, especially young Black trans women. A lot of them, Ava Grace. That was a wonderful question. There are so many ways that we can help Black trans women. Thank you, Flystone 95 Joe. We have to make sure that we are doing everything we can to help Black trans women. My loves, by just me doing this show, you have been providing so much for me, and you have been allowing me to go higher and higher because of this show. And I thank you so much for that. I thank you for the likes and the shares, and what you are doing by coming in the room and sharing my videos. You're helping to amplify my voice. and you're helping to spread the message about black trans women dying. The fact that we've had at least 8 to 9 transgender people die this year, and at least 7 to 8 of them have been trans women of color. And so that lets us know that we have to keep amplifying the voices of black trans women and black trans lives, because there's the epidemic that is killing black trans lives. So we have to make sure that we're staying firm on the fight. We're fighting the good fight. And this is what this black trans woman is doing. This is why I said to myself while I'm wearing the shirt today, I don't know if you can see, it says, you can change the world. And it is because I've realized that through my voice, I am changing the world. I am getting out that message that needs to be there. My voice is being amplified. I am trying to educate people. I'm doing everything within my power. I don't have a lot of the best resources. I'm struggling myself, but I am using my voice. And I know the more I use my voice as a black trans woman, the more that things will change, the more we can, the more that I'll be put in a position to be able to help create change. And I thank you so, so much for that, my loves. Okay. What is a goal or one of your goals for your future? My goal is to use my platform not for clout or fame or anything, but I want to be an inspiration to younger, especially younger black trans women. I want to be inspiration to young LGBT people, especially black LGBT people. I want to be able to fight more for black women's rights, because black women inspire me, and I love black women from my heart, because black women have been better to me sometimes than my own community has been to me. And I love black women to death. And so I want to just try to change the world. I want to make it so that LGBT plus people, especially black trans women, are able to know that they're valid, to able to exist, to have their own place, own income and everything. And so I just strive to make the world a better place and make people be better. So those are the things that we're just striving for, my loves. Amen. Thank you, Flystone. Thank you so much, my baby. So those are the things that I'm striving for so much. Yes, thank you so much. Any more questions? I love when we interact back and forth. I love this so much. This is one of the reasons why I create this show and why I create this platform. And because I love coming back and forth with my virtual audience members, because I love you, my love, so much. And you have given this black trans woman a voice. You have given me a voice to amplify and to fight for the causes that I love and what I need. And it's also made me to a point to where I am walking in my purpose now. And I love it so much, because there is nothing like fighting for something that just makes your heart say, oh my God, I did this. It's a purpose that I have, and I thank you so much. Not a question, but seeing you every day on TikTok makes my days better. Oh my God, thank you, Ava Grace. Thank you so much. TikTok was just something I really had. TikTok, I think 3 months before I even started doing videos. And I just honestly watched TikTok because, there are a couple of funny videos, and I love watching the dances. I don't know why, I just love watching TikTok dancing. So one day because I kept saying I should do a TikTok, but I kept saying, nobody's going to hear me talk. So finally one day I said, you know what? Somebody told me, they said, just put 1 or 2 videos up. Just put some on your page. So I did 1 or 2 videos. And then for me, I've always been a person to where when I do something, I want to sell it. So I said, well, I don't already put up like 2 or 3 videos. Let me just put up a couple videos in there. And all of a sudden, after a while, I noticed my videos were getting like real good views. And I was like, what? People are really watching my videos. They love what I say. And so I kept going. And then I don't honestly know how to auntie things. So I think somebody said auntie, and I think we just ran with it, and it just exploded into this platform, and we are moving, and we are doing so much great, and it has changed my life. And I'm just so ready to see where this comes from. And now we're here with my talk show right here on IG and YouTube, the Miss Melody XOXO talk show. We have checking out with Auntie on TikTok, and we have something else coming very soon, but that'll be when I get in my better setting for the show. But I'll let you guys know. But it's blessings are coming, and I'm just so thankful for it. And I'm glad that I can make your day better, Ava. Hey, True King Queen, how are you? It's the positivity. Oh, it's the positivity for you, Flystar. Is it the positivity for you? It's a positivity for me too. So if it's a positivity for you, it's a positivity for me too. Oh, I love you, my baby. Also, do you have any brands that you love that support black people, especially black trans women? I have a couple brands I'm looking into. I will not tell you about it right now, because for me, when I support brands, I like to really research brands, because what will make me so happy if I just throw a brand out there and I find out the money or the funds is not going to the right place, then I'll feel bad. So I have a couple that I'm looking to right now. When those get started, I will let you know. I'm also on the process of myself working on a black trans brand, and when I get that done, I will let you know how you can order and you can help support. Okay. I will do that on another platform. True Queen. I have a special reason why I went on that. It'll be made plain a little bit later. Okay, I promise you. Hey, Nation Radio 101. But thank you so much. Yes, as Black trans women, we have to make sure that we are doing everything we can to fight for LGBT rights, to fight for trans rights, to fight for Black trans rights, and just make sure, baby, that we're doing everything we have to do. Okay. All right. Yes, my babies, come on in the room. I'm loving when I conversate with my babies. I love you so much. I love making your day. You make Auntie's day so much by you just coming in the room and by you supporting and doing everything that you do. I love you with all my heart and everything that I am. My babies, I love you. Ooh, I love my babies so much. But we have to make sure that you're supporting the right Black trans women, because even though I do support Black trans women, I support LGBT plus trans women, there are some Black trans women who may have a rhetoric or that I may not agree with. Now, that doesn't mean I have a hate or a malice towards them, because you can still love a person, but you cannot like the things or the beliefs or the rhetoric that they say, because that's how there are plenty of people who are in the LGBT plus community, especially Black LGBT plus community, who say certain things and I'll be like, okay, sis, okay, bro, I love you, but I don't agree with that. And it's all right to disagree with it. And anybody, if someone agrees to disagree with me, I don't get mad. But if someone gets mad that I disagree with them, then I'm looking at you like, I'm looking at them sideways like, are you really being led by the spirit? Are you really being led by the cause? Or are you being led by the clout or some fame or gold? Okay? The Fisher Jake Robbins. I love you so much, Auntie. I wish I could meet you. Oh, I would love to. If COVID, hopefully that once in a year, so when COVID gets better and we get the platform better in the studio, hopefully who knows, we might can do some meet and greets and stuff like that. Might throw out some masks and do social distancing, but who knows? I would love to do a meet and greet somewhere with my babies. I would love that so much. Okay. And thank you for all the love and support you show me. Thank you so much, Jake Robbins. I remember you from when you reposted my stuff. Future Lawyer. Hey, wait a Miss Future Lawyer. When I say Miss Future Lawyer, be giving it to them like it ain't nobody business. If I ever get in any bail trouble for a Black Trans Lives Matter protest or a Black Lives Matter, I will call her because I know she will get the job done. Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Future Lawyer. I love her so much. She is very educated, very intelligent, just beautiful human being. Just so make sure you check her out, Future Lawyer MD. And so when we are supporting Black trans, we also have to realize this. Are we just supporting Black trans women and saying, oh, hashtag Black Lives Matter or hashtag Black trans women? Or are we doing the things to support Black trans women? Ask yourself this. I always say this. People always ask me, how can I support a Black trans woman, Black trans woman or Black trans line? The first thing I say to them is, what have you done for a Black trans person? What have you done for Black trans women? And a lot of times, don't get me wrong, we all need money. But there are things that also you can help to, there are other ways you can help. It may be providing them with a meal. It may be providing them with shelter. It may be providing them with clothes to go to an interview. There are so many ways that, we can help Black trans women and most importantly, Black trans lives. We just have to be mindful and make sure that whatever we do is, for the benefit. And we have to understand also, two things I want to make sure. One, understand that sometimes people will come to you for help, Black trans women, and it's not that they're being mean. They may not be ready for the help. So you have to watch the help that you get. And also we have to realize this, just because you help somebody and a Black trans woman and they may have not done the right thing, don't take that out on the next Black trans woman, because the next Black trans woman might be that woman who actually wants to get herself together and you're saying, no, I did this to this person, and you don't know. You could be the one to help her to get to another level, okay? Hey, my baby coming in the room. And so we have to make sure that we're being led by the Spirit, make sure we're doing it for a cause. Because I tell anybody this, if you gave somebody $20, once you're a Black trans woman, and you see them go do something you didn't want with it, if you couldn't afford to give them that $20, or you didn't do it from your heart, why are you so much saying something against it? Because understand this, you get a blessing from giving. What the person does, that's between them and God. That's always the way I always believe. When I had my job, I used to go down to the It was like down to about 5 points. I used to feed like the homeless, like give like burgers and just feed the homeless every day when I was more able to before losing my job because of COVID. And it was just a wonderful thing. And I didn't do that I never recorded any of it and put it on there. Because that's just me. I just want to give the give. I just want to make sure people are good just to be good, because that's my heart and that's my desire. And that's just simply who I am. And so that's the simply reason why I did it. Okay. But just make sure that you are supporting Black trans women. Make sure you're doing everything you can to support them in any way that can be known and can be did. And I just thank you so, so much. I thank you, my loves, for all the support you've given me. Thank you for everything you've done for me. You've done so much. And I thank you for all the love, everything, the like, the share, comments, anything you've done for Auntie. Understand this, I do not take it for lightly. And everything that you're doing for me is helping me to be able to get to another level. And I thank you so, so much for everything that you, my babies, have done for me. And I love you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, before we go, any more comments, or would anybody like to go virtual with me and we actually have a conversation? Would anybody like to go virtual with me or have any more comments before we get ready to go? This has been, again, another wonderful show. I enjoy so much when I come to my babies and I'm able to talk to you, because you don't realize me coming to you is like one of the highlights of my day. I love this. This brightens up my day and it keeps me pushing on the path. And I love you, my baby, so, so much for everything that you do. Okay? From the bottom of my heart, I love you so, 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 so much. I love you. I love you so, so much. All right, my babies. Thank you again for a wonderful, wonderful show. I love you with all my heart. Thank you for everybody who liked, shared the comments video. Thank you for anybody who's given a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Venmo. And thank you for all that you do. Anybody who has TikTok, I will be going onto my other platform to check in with Auntie. Give me about maybe 15, 20 minutes after I get off here. And thank you for all that you do. Ava Grace, I love you too. Let me give a shout out to the people in the room. Make sure you shout out Future Lawyer, Official Jake Roberts, Flystone, The UG, and Ava Grace, and everybody else who was in the room beforehand. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Love you, my loves. Have a wonderful day. Remember that you are beautiful, okay? Remember you're beautiful, okay? I love you, my loves. Bye.